Good afternoon. I'm Hansha Joshi, social scientist from DECU ISRO. This paper presentation based on our study, which we have jointly undertaken and co-authored. Before the presentation, I would like to acknowledge support given by Dr. Usha Reddy, research consultant from ASCII, Hyderabad, for conducting this study. With chairman permission, I would like to request my co-author, Ms. Sunetra Desh Panday, to take the presentation forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Hansha. Changing technologies and economic reforms are creating dramatic shifts in the structure of economies, industries, and labor markets throughout the world, and India is in the forefront. Despite evidence showcasing the positive impacts of information communication technology for development projects, it is often argued that ICTs have no role to play in scenarios where the citizens are unable to even provide themselves with basic amenities and necessities like food, health, and education. In reality, the great strides are being made in using ICTs to enhance development goals. Weak local infrastructure that raise connectivity issues, lack of technical skills and local capacities, and lack of relevant content are some of the problems that are commonly raised and during implementation of ICT-related projects. ICT in India. In India today, the focus is slowly shifting to the use of ICTs to improve public service delivery of governments. ICTs for development projects play an important role in equitable knowledge and opportunity distribution. There are a number of e-initiatives undertaken by the Gujarat government, but I will not go into the details because of lack of time. Firstly, I would like to very briefly mention two of them. Firstly is the VSAT-based broadband connectivity, which connects 13,716 village panchayats in the state through the eGram Vishwagram Society. And secondly, the CSEs, which are in about 6,000 villages. But we have conducted a study which focuses on the eGram services. Gujarat also has some networks, the 4 satellite-based networks, as can be seen in the slides. Training and capacity building of the state government officials, village functionaries and teachers, formal education for school students, health consultancy to the villagers and rural hospitals, awareness and informative programs for grassroots level audiences is provided through these specialized satellite networks. The objectives of our study that we had conducted was to understand the role of ICT in empowerment of the rural populations of Gujarat, to find out their knowledge, attitude, and practices related to ICT, impact of ICT usage, especially mobile technology, on the rural populations of Gujarat. The methodology that we had undertaken was we had selected 6 villages from 2 districts of Gujarat, that is Mehsana and Anand. With the help of a stratified random sampling, a total of 245 in-depth interviews were conducted and 30 FGDs with an average of 10 participants per FGD was conducted. The outcomes of the study, very briefly, I will go through. The profile of our respondents was, as can be seen in this slide, is majority of them were in the age group of like 18 to 60 years. They were male, majority of them. They were from the APL category. They were educated and engaged in agriculture. We had collected data from the village panchayat, and the village panchayat data reflected that from the villages that we had gone, there were around 2,210 households in 6 villages, and they had a good connectivity of mobile phones, around 70%. In the 4 study villages of Mehsana, I have left out Anand because the village panchayat did not have data about the newspapers that are read in the villages, so we have given the data of Mehsana. That out of the 342 households, on an average 85 households get a newspaper daily. On an average, each village has about 7 to 8 radio sets, 276 television sets, with 210 having a cable connection, and 20 having a DTH connection, that is a direct-to-home connection. 11 households have a computer, and out of those, 2 have an internet connection. eGram facilities in all the village panchayats was available. The exposure and usage of media and ICT, according to our study, was nearly 94% of the study respondents either read the newspaper, watched television, or listened to the radio to access news. And out of them, majority of them, that is 75%, watched it on the television or read it in the newspapers. Villagers are successfully accessing information from eGram facility in the village panchayat after paying token fees. In Gujarat, we are seeing that people are accessing the facilities. The villagers have started exploring the facilities for a variety of uses. The services access are land records, election card, birth, death, and income certificate, paying of electricity bill, ration card, government job cards, data entry, Mahatma Gandhi Narega scheme, JES 1, and other services. On an average per day, there is a demand for about 70 different types of certificate copies per village. And the VLE, that we call it VCE, Village Computer Entrepreneur, helps the students of the 10th and 12th board to check their results and admission processes online. We also try to find out if the ICT services are responsible for bringing about some political awareness. But we found out that 99% of the respondents are aware that casting a vote is their constitutional right and they do exercise their franchisee. A trend towards increased awareness and interest in local elections was seen. The FGDs indicate that due to exposure to various media, women are aware about Gram Panchayat and its services, the names of local leaders, Sarpanch, and the members of parliament, though they do not play a very active role in its activities. We have seen also that the use of mobile SMS or television for campaigning for elections is very low. And 68% of the respondents feel that the contestants' qualification is the major factor for them getting elected. Then we also try to find out if their knowledge about services that are available from the government. Nearly 89% of the respondents are aware that there are government institutions available to serve them. 79% of the respondents said that they receive services from the government institutions. And they identified the government institutions like schools, colleges, Gram Panchayat, land office, branches of the mandals, hospitals, health clinics, post office, and the milk dairy as institutions that are available to serve them. Then we also asked them about domestic violence, like, the knowledge level of domestic violence in them. Nearly 94% of the respondents agree that domestic violence is a crime. And majority of them identified beating a wife or female member of the family as a form of violence, followed by creating pressure for dowry and mental abuse. FGDs indicated that there is an overall awareness about violence against women and laws relating to it. TV has played a major role in this fact. Women are well aware that such violence is punishable and police and court can help them in giving justice. We also asked them about awareness about local, national, and international issues. Higher exposure to media, that is ICT, has led to a high level of awareness of important issues that matter at the local and national level, but not so much at the international level. Some of the positive trends of ICT usage. Rural society has started accepting and adopting this technology. This is like I'm talking about Gujarat. Accessing this technology is not restricted by any social, demographic, economic, or geographical barriers. Villagers have started accessing various important documents from the Panchayat office through eGram. Then the youth is the savviest user of the mobile technology. Men use it as a tool of generating or facilitating their business and work, as well as a means of keeping in touch with family. If opportunity cost is taken into consideration, then mobile is a clear winner in translating the calls into economic gain. Access to the mobile has brought about a beginning of change in the lives of women. Some other social implications that I would like to share is people across the society have adopted this in Gujarat, in the 6 villages that we have studied, we have come across. The people across the society have adopted this technology willingly and happily as it satisfies a lot of their felt and perceived needs. The family landline phone connection has been replaced by multiple mobile phones for the family members in most of the households. Parents are also giving their mobile phones to the children to keep track of their movement, not to kind of, spy, but most of them are giving it also to their daughters to keep track of their safety also. Women feel a lot more confident as they are now instantly connected to their families, both natal and marital. It has also crossed the caste barrier. And due to education and ICT influence, women are involved in major family decisions. Some economic implications: phones are used by farmers for their work. They keep in constant touch with the market to buy and sell agriculture-related items. They do not have to physically go and get labor needed for the field work. They also keep in touch from the field with the family to save a lot of time. Some challenges I would like to share is overlapping efforts put in by various government bodies need to be better coordinated. ICTs need to be in regional language. Network connectivity should be strengthened. Explore the reachability of television and mobile as a tool for development. Gender divide. We call about class divide, means the haves and have-nots of the technology. But here, I am asking that the gender divide should also be addressed, that women should be brought in more as users of the technology. Strengthen the community-based platform by giving them access to more sites, window to the world. Potential of ICT needs to be optimized based on rural needs. And more programs and capacity building at the user level needs to be organized for the optimal usage. This is our fieldwork photographs, and thank you very much.